Targeting HIV replication. The replication of HIV-1 is a multi-stage process. Each step is crucial to successful replication and is therefore a potential target of antiretroviral drugs. Step 1 is the infection of a suitable host cell, such as a CD4-positive T lymphocyte. Entry of HIV into the cell requires the presence of certain receptors on the cell surface. CD4 receptors and co-receptors such as CCR5 or CXCR4. These receptors interact with protein complexes, which are embedded in the viral envelope. These complexes are composed of two glycoproteins, an extracellular GP120 and a transmembrane GP41. When HIV approaches a target cell, GP120 binds to the CD4 receptors. This process is termed attachment. It promotes further binding to a co-receptor. Co-receptor binding results in a conformational change in GP120. This allows GP41 to unfold and insert its hydrophobic terminus into the cell membrane. GP41 then folds back on itself. This draws the virus towards the cell and facilitates the fusion of their membranes. The viral nucleocapsid enters the host cell and breaks open, releasing 2 viral RNA strands and 3 essential replication enzymes: integrase, protease, and reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase begins the reverse transcription of viral RNA. It has 2 catalytic domains: the ribonuclease H active site and the polymerase active site. Here, single-stranded viral RNA is transcribed into an RNA-DNA double helix. Ribonuclease H breaks down the RNA. The polymerase then completes the remaining DNA strand to form a DNA double helix. Now integrase goes into action. It cleaves a dinucleotide from each 3' end of the DNA, creating 2 sticky ends. Integrase then transfers the DNA into the cell nucleus and facilitates its integration into the host cell genome. The host cell genome now contains the genetic information of HIV. Activation of the cell induces transcription of proviral DNA into messenger RNA. The viral messenger RNA migrates into the cytoplasm, where building blocks for a new virus are synthesized. Some of them have to be processed by the viral protease. Protease cleaves longer proteins into smaller core proteins. This step is crucial to create an infectious virus. 2 viral RNA strands and the replication enzymes then come together and core proteins assemble around them, forming the capsid. This immature viral particle leaves the cell, acquiring a new envelope of host and viral proteins. The virus matures and becomes ready to infect other cells. HIV replicates billions of times per day, destroying the host's immune cells and eventually causing disease progression. Drugs which interfere with the key steps of viral replication can stop this fatal process. Entry into the host cell can be blocked by fusion inhibitors, for example. Inhibition of reverse transcriptase by nucleoside inhibitors or by non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors is part of standard antiretroviral regimens. The action of integrase can be blocked. Protease inhibitors are also part of standard antiretroviral therapy. Each blocked step in viral replication is a step towards better control of HIV disease.
AIDS is an incurable disease that is the end result of infection by the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. An individual who contracts HIV may become sick quickly or can live symptom-free for years. HIV and AIDS are not one and the same. Those with AIDS are infected with HIV, but people infected with HIV do not necessarily have AIDS. A person has AIDS when their T-cell count falls below a measurement scale of 200, as opposed to the 500 to 1500 in a healthy person. An extremely low CD4 count means that a person's immune system is no longer healthy enough to fight off intruding viruses and bacteria. Signs that HIV may be turning into AIDS include extreme fatigue, rapid weight loss, persistent diarrhea, a high fever, and swollen glands in the neck, armpits, or groin. Even if a person doesn't have a low CD4 count, they are still classified as having AIDS if they contract any one of 26 opportunistic conditions. These are a group of illnesses that don't generally occur in people with functioning immune systems, but do show up in AIDS patients. 2 of these are cancers. One, Kaposi sarcoma, results from a tumor in the blood vessel walls and appears as disfiguring pink or purple lesions on the skin and mouth. The other cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, originates in the disease-fighting blood cells known as lymphocytes. This appears as swelling of the lymph nodes. Several opportunistic conditions that confirm an AIDS diagnosis stem from invading bacteria like tuberculosis and recurrent bacterial pneumonia. Pneumocystis carinii pneumonia is a potentially deadly inflammation of the lungs that is one of the most common infections occurring in people with HIV worldwide. Tuberculosis is the leading opportunistic infection in nations where access to medications is low. It occurs when bacteria infect the lungs and can manifest as coughing with bloody mucus. Sometimes an opportunistic infection can be fungal, like candidiasis. When candidiasis causes a white coating to form on the mouth, tongue, or vagina, this is called thrush. Although HIV itself is a virus, another virus can enter the body and cause an opportunistic infection. One example is cytomegalovirus, or CMV, a herpes virus that healthy adults fight easily. In people with HIV, however, the virus causes damages to the body, most notably the eyes. If untreated, CMV can lead to blindness. Other complications that lead to an AIDS diagnosis include wasting syndrome, whereby a person loses at least 10% of their body weight, and AIDS dementia complex, where nerve damage causes diminished mental functioning. These conditions and others mean that HIV has progressed to AIDS. While this is disheartening, many modern medications can keep AIDS infections from progressing indefinitely. If you have HIV, talk to your doctor about diseases that can occur following infection and the best ways to...
White blood cells, which are produced in the bones, are a major component of the body's immune system. When an infectious organism such as a virus or bacteria enters the body, the white blood cells are the first line of defense for destroying the invading organism. Infection with certain organisms, however, can have serious effects on the immune system. AIDS, or acquired immune deficiency syndrome, is a disorder that is caused by infection with the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. This virus attaches to the surface of specific white blood cells called T cells and is therefore able to reproduce and continue production of the virus. As more and more of the body's healthy T cells become infected with HIV, the body's immune system becomes compromised. As a result, if another foreign organism, such as the influenza virus, enters the body, the white blood cells are unable to fight the new infection and serious illness can result. In addition, there are many illnesses that persons affected with HIV are more susceptible for developing than are persons with healthy immune systems. A diagnosis of AIDS is made after T-cell counts reach a dangerously low level and blood tests confirm the presence of antibodies to HIV, indicating that the virus is present in the body. Symptoms of AIDS may not appear for 5 to 10 years after being infected with HIV.